Hello, everyone. This is Scott here. This is my first video. Excuse me, video that I'm making. You can actually see my face. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, I certainly appreciate it. I apologize if I haven't had a chance to make more videos, but my job in the U.S. military is quite demanding of my time, and I am not actually stationed in San Diego anymore. I'm now stationed north San Diego, an area called Ventura County, which is about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles. It's a nice area, kind of small, kind of quiet. Where I happen to be is very, very quiet. So that's why you haven't seen me making any motorcycle videos in quite a while. And those videos on those motorcycle videos are definitely what's the word I'm looking for? They were just meant to just to show people that are interested in some of the good biking, bicycling as well as motorcycle riding roads in San Diego County. Those videos, obviously it's on my way up the Palomar Mountain, which I believe is, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody please, feel free to correct me in the comments. I believe that is the tallest peak in San Diego County. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just making a guess. Unfortunately, the day I went up there, there is an observatory top of the mountain. Unfortunately, it was closed due to COVID that day that I happened to go up there. But it was a nice ride going up there, and I definitely enjoyed it. For those of you that have never been on a motorcycle and maybe are interested in riding, by all means, I think all people should at least have some familiarity with motorcycling and how to ride. But I want to say something to people out there that may not have a clue about motorcycles, and this goes more out to like a safety concern. You see, anybody that watches motorcycle videos probably has heard of Ride Like a Pro by Jerry Palladino, as well as his name's Kevin, MC Rider, that's his name. He has a video a channel as well. There's also a guy named Bronco Ride. He doesn't do like safety videos or anything like that, but he shows a lot of pretty roads from the New England area. I believe he lives in Maryland somewhere. So there's a lot of interesting motorcycle videos out there. And I know I'm forgetting a few that I do subscribe to. But anyway, the point I would like to make to everybody is that motorcycling is dangerous. It's very dangerous. I mean, we all know this. But if I can, this is really more going out to people, the younger guys, the guys that are inexperienced, that think they're going to live forever and don't want to listen to anybody of an older age. And maybe a little more experience in the matters of life. Don't ride like an idiot. That's the one thing that I can honestly say. I see people riding like idiots, and then they wonder why they crash. They wonder why they get killed or severely injured. The biggest thing any motorcycle instructor will tell you is don't ride beyond your skill level. I happen to have 2017 Harley Davidson Street Glide, which is a heavy motorcycle, and I'm a Milwaukee native originally, so I said gotta go with my roots, gotta go with the Harley. But there's I'm not trying to sell Harleys to anybody. If you don't like Harley Davidson, by all means, go with whatever bike you feel comfortable with. I just love the chrome. I love the bags and just the overall sound of a Harley Davidson. It's always been my uh, I've always enjoyed the sound of Harley. And obviously, some people get annoyed. In fact, I had a neighbor at my home in San Diego who happens to be doesn't like my motorcycle in particular. She's pretty anti Harley. So she left me she's left me a series of nasty notes on my garage telling me to not be so loud on my motorcycle. Okay, whatever, it's your choice. But let's see, I'm almost 6 minutes here into this video. I'm not gonna take up too much time. But anyways, I would like everybody or anybody that uh, may get interested in motorcycling. I'm sure you hear this all the time, but this is coming directly from me. Um, is please, 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 please take a motorcycle basic riders course. MSF does it. I myself, I'm in the military, so that's required every 3 years. I want to say every rider in the military has to recertify every 3 years. I'm kind of like I guess you could say I'm not an inactive rider, but I just don't have my bike up where I'm stationed right now, so I only get to ride. I don't get to ride very often anymore. But when I do enjoy it. And believe it or not, it is a perishable skill. And anybody that you talk to will tell you it's a perishable skill that you have to be constantly in it to maintain a certain level of proficiency. Um, um, I have taken the basic rider or the basic riders course and the advanced riders course through the military. I've also taken two courses through. It's called Ride to Live. The course is called Ride to Live. The first course was I took of that nature of that name. Took with Hawthorne Police Department, which is near LA. Hawthorne Police when it was, and I also took the same or similar course by the same name through Coronado Police Department. And some of you may not like cops. That's okay. In fact, there was a person who I worked with in my last command who said she wouldn't take the course because she didn't like cops. I'm like, okay, you're doing yourself a disservice, because cops are not there to bust anybody. They're there to teach you how to really ride. And anybody that's ridden for a while will tell you that good riders um, are needed. Good rider and having skills is essential to being safe, to be seen, um, and especially if you have a passenger. I mean, you have not only it's not only your life you have to be concerned about; it's the life of your passenger. So you know, so again, younger guys are just like to ride as fast as humanly possible and split lanes at 80 miles an hour and do things like that. Please, I'm not. You're going to kill yourself or severely injure yourself, and perhaps if you have a passenger, injure your passenger. It is essential for anybody riding a motorcycle to ride safely. Here in California is the most. We have the most congestion here in California. We have the most per what's the word? The most traffic here in California than I believe any other state. Especially like for example the I-405 near LA. That's during rush hour. It's going to take you hours to get home or get around to get through that traffic. Excuse me. So when I go home to my home in San Diego, which is where I live, when I have to go through LA, I will typically leave in the middle of the night to avoid that traffic. That's how much I hate the traffic. But I have a car up here. I don't, like I said, I didn't bring my bike up here. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Or back to what I was saying is riding good, mature riders are, I would say, few and far between, because a lot of riders simply don't learn the skills uh, that are necessary to be a good rider. Um, and it comes with age, it comes with maturity. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some people that learn to ride at 16, 17 on the street. Some people ride on dirt bikes off the road, which is perfectly fine. So you've developed skills riding that way, but riding off road is a different skill set than riding on the road. When you're off the road, you're not dealing with other traffic. Typically speaking, you're not dealing with cars that may come out of nowhere and may just run a red light and plow in you and kill you. So those are things that you have to concern yourself with. Excuse me. So Jerry Palladino, Ride Like a Pro. He's got his channel is a very good channel to watch and to um, get knowledge for. And I would encourage anybody who's been riding. I would say not less. If you're a brand new rider, I don't think his course would be for you. I think you need to get more experience under your belt. I think you need to get experience on the road. Um, if you're a track rider, ride on a track, that's fine. But riding on a track doesn't teach you how to ride in traffic. You're just riding in a circle and doing laps. I mean, sure, you can get injured, but you're not dealing with traffic that may come out of nowhere, may run a red light. Like I said, run a red light, hit you, and do things like that. So that's what I would encourage everybody to do. Get classes. When you've gotten some experience, take an advanced rider course, and learn. It's an ever, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a never ending learning curve, if you will. You can never learn too much. I'm here to tell you that I've had a few close calls in my life from riding. Most of them have been riding by myself, and I didn't come close to hitting a car. Well, I take that back. One time I did come close to hitting a car. I was on USS Carl Vinson from 2013 to 2018. One time we had a command ride to started in the eastern county of San Diego, then we wound up eventually winding up in Borrego Springs. Well, I happened to be behind a female who was riding in front of me, and she was pretty good, and I felt the need to keep up with her. And I will say this much: ride your own ride, guys, girls. Don't ride beyond your skill set, which is, I said that a few moments ago. Don't ride beyond your skill set. And I learned, like I said, this lesson I'm about to tell you. So I'm behind this female, and she was going in these curves like a champ. She took it out, she was in a crotch rocket, and I happened to be on a Harley Davidson Street 500, which at the time was an entry level Harley. It was the first. It was the smallest Harley. Now I think they only make it's not even called the Street 500 anymore. I don't know what they changed it to, but hey, whatever it is. Anyway, so point is, guys, we went into a curve. I did not negotiate the curve correctly. I wound up in the opposite lane of travel, and here comes a car, and by the grace of God, I simply bumped off I believe the right rear quarter panel. or no, I'm sorry, I was right retired is what it was. I just bounced off it, didn't lose control, didn't fall, didn't anything. I said to myself after I thought I was like dead. Maybe it was my soul fooling when I was obviously I've survived because I'm here to tell the story. So point being, guys, ride your own ride. Don't ride beyond your skill set. So that's the first thing. So if you're with a group of guys, younger guys and girls that just want to ride as fast as humanly possible, as fast, 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 okay, fast is great on a track, but um, you have to have skills in order to ride fast. I mean, even the professional track riders that ride, for racing, right, going over, 300 miles an hour, between 2 and 3, they're very skilled. I mean, they're not, they haven't been riding for 5 minutes. They have a lot of skills. But like I said a few moments ago, riding like that and riding on the street are two completely different things. So, um, so anyway, so the videos, which those of you that have subscribed have probably watched the videos, and I apologize that I had to put them in like 4 or 5 separate videos, and especially the one when I went up the Palomar Mountain. I apologize that I wasn't able to put them into one video, but I'm I wasn't that good with how to splice everything together in YouTube at the time. In fact, I still don't really know how to do that. But when I have the time, I'll work on it. Anyway, enjoy the videos. That video was one when I got up to the top. I believe that was in the early summer months, and you see snow. Uh, you see snow at the top near the observatory, which, as I said, was closed. Um, but it was on the road. It was called the S6, the San Diego County S6. That's the name of the road. And you can get there a few ways. Like you have to go up north off. I mean, the way I got to it, I took the I-15 north and got off. I think on the 78 east, I believe, and continued east, and somehow, like I said, it's been over a year since I was there. But it was definitely a fun ride. And like I was trying to say near the beginning of the video, that riding is, um, for me, um, is a stress relief. Anybody that rides a motorcycle will tell you that when you're stressed out from work or whatever it is that you got going on in your life, just want to throw your leg over the saddle and go for a ride. Believe me, it helps. It clears your head. And I think somebody once, I don't remember who, but I think somebody once asked a question, or maybe posted a funny question. So why don't you ever see motorcycles near a psychiatrist's office? Well, the reason is because most people that ride motorcycles don't need therapy. Riding is their therapy. So anyway, so that's just a little joke. Probably I'm not much of a humor filled guy here. I'm not like Jerry Palladino here, who's got quick wits and pretty funny with a lot of things that he does in his videos and his classes. So anybody that ever takes his class, don't take anything he would like say to heart and butthurt about it, because he's not saying anything to hurt your feelings or anything like that. He's just saying because he's trying to make you a better rider. So anybody that you take classes from, learn as much as you possibly can from the person, because believe me, it can save your life. The last parting words I will say, um, with respect to motorcycles, is have sufficient lighting on your bike. I have, Harley, unfortunately, is very poor when it comes to their their lighting. They don't put much of lights, and they expect you, I guess, to go and buy a lot of stuff aftermarket, which is what I've done. I put a lot of extra lighting. I put a strobe for my brake lights, and which is manufactured by Custom Dynamics, which you can Google Custom Dynamics. It's called the Magic Strobe. And if you have a Harley, I don't know if they make for any other manufacturer, but I know they make for Harley. You just put in line with your brake circuit, and it will flash. It will strobe your brake lights. And there's like I think 8 or 9 different patterns. That might be more, but I'd say 8 or 9 different patterns that you can strobe the brakes. And believe me, the worst thing that can happen to you as a motorcyclist is getting rear-ended. That will, if you get rear-ended by a car, it's what is it that another guy that has a channel, he says the law of gross tonnage. Can't remember what his name. He lives near Tucson, Arizona. And he's got a channel. Just can't remember what his name is. Jeez, I'm the older I get, I can't remember things too well anymore. But so anyway, that's the point is I'm making kind of a roundabout manner is make yourself visible. Be visible. Make sure other vehicles see you, especially cars. And here in California, we are allowed to split lanes of traffic. And I can only say this once to some of you people that think, oh, we could just, do 95 miles an hour. Well, I saw a video of a guy, maybe not necessarily going that fast, but going well beyond speed that he should have, and the car pulled out in front of him. And he flipped over the car. I don't know whatever happened to the condition of the rider. I have no idea whatever happened to him. I don't think he died. It wasn't hard enough where I think he was killed. But point is, guys, ride safely. Okay. Don't do stupid things. You want to do stupid things, do it on the track. I mean, if you want to really ride your bike to its complete limit, go to a track. And anybody will tell you that. Go to don't be riding like an idiot on the streets. And it will that can kill you. And you can see the wedding ring on I'm married. I have a wife at home. I have a son who's now in college. And I want to go back to him. And those of you younger people, may not what's the word I'm looking for? May not feel like you have anything to lose. Well, everybody has a mother, has had a mother. And believe me, if your mother is still alive, she would not want to bury you. So, male or female, it doesn't matter if you're a son or a daughter. Your mother, well, my case is a little bit different. I'll share that maybe if I ever feel like it. But most mothers, I would say 99.99% of mothers love their children and want to protect their children from harm. They don't want to bury their children. So think about that the next time you younger people want to go riding as fast as you possibly can on streets. Think about that. Think about the people who love and care about you and the effect of losing you, what the effect that would have on them if you were to die. I mean, I don't mean to be morbid, but think about that if you want to ride like an idiot. You're dealing with multi-ton vehicles on a road, and you are 500, 600, 700 pounds. If you're a police bike, it may be 1,000 pounds with weapons and such like that. But most cases, the heaviest Harley is only about, I don't know, 600 or 700 pounds. So maybe a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to say. It depends, like I said, it depends on how much equipment you have. But the point is, 800 pounds versus a 3 or 4,000 pound car, you're going to lose every time. So think about that when you go out and you ride. You are when it comes to the food chain, if you will, you're pretty much at the bottom on the bottom of the food chain in a bike. You have a truck, an 18-wheeler, which is at the top, and you have smaller trucks and so on and so forth. And I think you understand my point. So you're at the very bottom of the food chain. Don't put yourself in an unnecessary situation. My mother told me this a long time ago. She said, don't do anything. Rather, if your gut, if it feels wrong in your gut, don't do it. And that could be said for about anything you do in life, not just motorcycle, but anything you do in life. So, anyway, it's almost 30 minutes I've on this video, so 26 minutes. So I'm going to end it now. Again, this is my first video where you can see my face. So I'm kind of new to the YouTube world. I'm much older than probably the average YouTuber, if you know. I'm almost 49 years old. Hopefully, some people say they can't believe I'm old, but I am. Trust me, I'm almost 49. Yeah, I was born in 1973, so hard to believe I'm actually saying that, but that is the truth. Anyway, I'm signing off now. Guys got any questions? You want to talk to me? You can always hit me up in the comments. I'm not going to give you my personal email or phone number, so please don't ask me for that, especially not in comments, because I will not disclose that for obvious reasons. But you guys want to hit me up on YouTube in the comments, and I'll get back to you when I see the comments, okay? Take care, everyone. Ride safely. Be safe. Take care of your loved ones. And most importantly, like a buddy of mine named Officer Rob, who has a channel, be good humans. That's one thing that he always says. And I'm going to repeat. I think that's a very good thing to say. Be good to each other. Even people who you don't know. Karma has a funny way of coming back to avenge itself upon you. If you do people dirty, eventually things will come back to you in a negative way. So, have a good night, and talk to y'all later. Take care now.